Lesson 57. The Bishop of Rome. Did Christ intend that the special power of chief teacher and ruler of the entire church should be exercised by Peter alone? Christ did not intend that the special power of chief teacher and ruler of the entire church should be exercised by Peter alone, but intended that this power should be passed down to his successor, the Pope, Bishop of Rome, who is the vicar of Christ on earth and the visible head of the church. Before leaving this world, Jesus said to his apostles, "Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations. Behold, I am with you all days, even unto the consummation of the world." The mission of the Apostolic College, together with Christ's special assistance, is to last till the end of the world, which means that the apostles will transmit their apostolic office to their successors. But the head of the Apostolic College is Peter. His function is the visible head of the church, as the supreme teacher and the centre of unity was not meant only for the beginning of the church. Christ knew it would become even more necessary with the expansion of the church. It will, therefore, be handed on by Peter to his successors. Tradition has it that Peter was for a time Bishop of Antioch. It is certain that later he went to Rome. There Peter fixed his residence, and there, as Bishop of Rome, he died a martyr's death. His function and powers passed on to his successor. Thus the Bishop of Rome, the lawful successor of St. Peter, is what Peter was, vicar of Christ and visible head of the church. Christ is the true and invisible head of the church, but its visible head is the Bishop of Rome, our Holy Father the Pope, because he is the successor of St. Peter. No one but the Bishop of Rome has ever claimed supreme authority over the whole church. Therefore, either he is St. Peter's successor, or St. Peter has no successor, and the promise of Christ had failed. Has the Bishop of Rome always been looked upon as the head of the church? Yes, the Bishop of Rome has from apostolic times been looked upon as the universal head of the church. From the earliest times, the titles High Priest and Bishop of Bishops have been given to the Bishop of Rome. Appeals were made to him, and disputes were settled by him. The third successor of St. Peter was Pope St. Clement. A dispute in the church at Corinth was referred to him for decision. He wrote letters of remonstrance and admonition to the Corinthians, and they submitted to his correction. At that time, very near Corinth, the Apostle John was still living. Why did the Corinthians, instead of appealing to faraway Rome and Clement, not refer their trouble to the Apostle John, Bishop of Ephesus? Evidently because Rome's authority was universal, while that of Ephesus was local. There were numerous cases of appeal throughout the long history of the Church. All were referred to Rome. In the 5th century, when Theodoret, Bishop of Cyrus in the east, was deposed, he appealed to Pope Leo, and the Pope ordered him reinstated. The Pope was everywhere recognized as head of the Church not only in the West, but in the East, up to the Great Schism of the 9th century. With one voice, the Fathers of the Church pay homage to the Bishop of Rome as their superior. All of them recognized the Pope as supreme head. St. Ambrose said it in the 4th century, "Where Peter is, there is the Church." General councils were not held without the presence of the Bishop of Rome or his representative. No council was accepted as universal or general unless its acts received the approval of the Bishop of Rome. At the Council of Chalcedon in the year 451, the Pope's letter was read to the assemblage of bishops, and they cried with one voice, "Peter has spoken by Leo, let him be anathema who believes otherwise." As late as the year 1439, in the Council of Florence, the Greeks who wished to return to the Church acknowledged the primacy of the Bishop of Rome, the Pope. Every nation has received the faith from missionaries specially sent by the Pope or by bishops acknowledging the Pope as their head. St. Patrick was sent by Pope Celestine to Ireland. St. Palladius was sent by the same Pope to Scotland. St. Augustine was sent by Pope Gregory to England. St. Remigius went to France under the protection of the See of Rome. St. Boniface was sent by Pope Gregory II to Germany and Bavaria, and so on. Pontifical decorations. The Holy See confers various titles, orders, decorations, and other honours on certain persons, usually lay people, who in some special manner have distinguished themselves in furthering the well-being of humanity and of the Church. They are listed here in the order of importance. The Supreme Order of Christ was started by Pope John XXII in 1319. Today it is the Supreme Pontifical Order of Knighthood, conferred only on very rare occasions. The Order of the Golden Spur follows the Order of Christ as a pontifical decoration. It has one class of 100 knights and is awarded only to those who have furthered the cause of the Church by outstanding deeds. It is bestowed also to non-Catholics. The Order of Pius IX has 3 classes: Knights of the Grand Cross, Commanders, and Knights. It is awarded also to non-Catholics. The Order of St. Gregory the Great was founded by Pope Gregory XVI in 1831. It has 2 divisions, civil and military, each of which is divided into 3 classes: Knights of the Grand Cross, Commanders, and Knights. The Order of St. Sylvester, instituted in 1841, like the Order of St. Gregory, has 3 classes of knights. The Order of the Holy Sepulchre is considered one of the oldest of pontifical honours. It is today highly prized in Europe. It has been bestowed on kings and nobles, on heads of republics, on persons outstanding in arts, letters, and sciences, on those who in special manner have served the Church. Unlike other orders, this is bestowed besides on clerics and women. The medal Pro Ecclesia et Pontifex was instituted by Leo XIII, that great Pope of the workingmen, in 1888. It is awarded in recognition of special services to the Church and the Pope. The Benemerenti Medal was instituted in 1832 by Gregory XVI, of 2 classes, civil and military, in recognition of outstanding daring or courage.